Hey YouTube, Jobin here. Got a bunch of really cool stuff to show you today. A few little projects that got done, came out really nice, and some new stuff. First up, here's my Ganzo 704. Someone was asking me if I could do a wave on these, and I said, sure, that would probably work. Let me try it on mine. And I did. Turned out great. Such a simple looking little mod that just adds so much functionality. Love this knife, by the way. Really great axis lock, super smooth. This is the newer version that has the 4mm thick blade instead of 3.5 on the old ones. Bigger thumb studs. Pretty much the same otherwise. Nice knife. And this, you've seen my waved EL01s before, and I showed off a little bit of this before, but I finally got the flipper right. Just right with that little concave bit there that lets you flip it out much more easily. And my first version was a little rough. It wasn't quite right, and it would kind of scrape the tip of your finger a little bit. This one's just fine. Adds additional grip, but no pain with it. So that's cool. And got some new knives in stock for the. This is the BL06. Now I've had this for a while, but I had the thumb stud version. Finally got some of the opening hole variant. So you can take your pick now. Very distinctive, classy looking knife, very interesting lines, love the handle. So, there's that. And I picked up some of these. Sanrenmu 733 with the carabiner type clip on it and the little flipper. This one needs oiling, but they smooth out after a little bit, or if you just put a drop of oil on it. This one's right out of the package. But very interesting looking knife, and very, very unusual. Probably not to everyone's tastes, but I really like the clip where you can clip it to a belt loop or something. That's just very interesting to me. Very cool knife. I've been EDCing the black one I got a while ago off and on, and just really came to appreciate it. And by request, one of my viewers, I got some of the blacked out Sanrenmu 710s. It does have this little sort of fireball looking kind of graphic here, but interestingly, other than that, the knife is completely sterile. There's no logo, no markings, no model number, nothing. Kind of interesting. And I showed one of these off really briefly at the end of one of my previous videos, but I'm just going to show them again. This is a very interesting knife. The Enlon EL-05. Very chunky folder. The blade looks really short, just because it's so wide, but it's not really. It's 2.5 inches or so, so it's not huge, it's not tiny. You know, here it is next to the 710. Very interesting knife, very comfortable in hand. Nice handles. Probably going to get some of these in stock at some point in the future. Not sure exactly when then. If you you guys let me know. I mean, if it seems interesting to you, I'll bump it up higher in the priority list. If you think it's kind of weird, I'll just leave it for now. But this one, I'm really excited about, and I think you guys are going to love it. Here it is. The Enlon EL-04. Comes in two versions. This one with the sort of textured, sculpted micarta scales, and one with black G10 scales. And this knife is awesome. It is so comfortable in the hand. These micarta scales I don't know if you can see it. They have sort of an almost sort of very understated sort of Ganzo Tough Thumbs pattern here, where there's grooves. But then also they're sort of machined. I think they might have milled these or something, because there's this pattern of lines going all across it here. Some micarta scales come out really smooth, but these aren't. They have texture and grip to them. And a little bit of sculpting shows the lines in the black and green micarta. It's got an axis lock, as I'm sure you saw. Works really nice. The blade is interesting. Fair amount of flat edge, and it's got this sort of long drop to the drop point. Reminds me a little bit of the blade on a ZT551, you know, in shape. Maybe there's another knife out there that this overall looks more like, but that's kind of what the blade reminds me of. And it's just a really, really nice knife. I'm going to be getting some of these from my store as soon as I can. And also, I've been working on some edge retention testing with different steels, and I'm actually starting to get really impressed with HCR13 MOV. It does way, way better than I expected for the price you pay for this stuff. Here, I'm going to go off tripod for a second, show you a little something. This stack of cardboard here is the number of cuts in cardboard that EL04 over there made before it lost a razor sharp hair shaving edge. I have the number written down somewhere. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but it was over 70. Just to give you some perspective, I tested a Swiss Army knife too as a sort of basic control everybody's familiar with. It did 20 cuts before it lost a hair shaving edge. But this knife, with its HCR13 MOV blade, did 70 or 80 or so. That's really cool in my book. I'm going to be testing some of the higher end steels too, but I've actually run through most of my cardboard supply for now. Have to empty out some more boxes. But there you guys go. Got new stuff up for sale. These two I do not have in stock. Don't ask me yet. I'm going to try to get them soon if there's interest. But I've got the 733s, the funky one with the clip, a few black 710s, and some of the L06 with the opening hole. Also, getting a lot more comfortable doing the wave mods and other knives, and so pretty happy with that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you have a good day now.